Hello guys, welcome back again to Playwright with Java Automation Testing session 31. In today's session, I will cover negative assertion in Playwright with Java. So in the last two sessions or video, you can get some idea about different Playwright assertion. I also covered the page and locator level assertion as well. So sometime, right, instead of direct straightforward validations, I want to just check that something is not available for the page level or the locator level. So definitely it is better to use negative assertion in Playwright. So in Playwright Java, negative assertions are used to verify that a certain condition is not met. This can be achieved by using the dot not modifier in conjunction with the standard assertion method. Example, I have tried to given one example. We need to call assert that method. We can give some locator in case we are validating locator level, dot not, and then dot method name. So here in case you are giving is visible, so definitely our objective is to check that element is not visible. So either element is not visible or hidden, then the condition will be true. In case the element is visible, then the assertion will fail. The assert that method combined with the dot not modifier allows user to negate various element and page state assertion. The main objective to perform negative assertion in Playwright Java is the use of the dot not method, which effectively inverts the expected outcome of the subsequent assertion. This allows user to verify that element or page properties do not exhibit certain characteristics. Whenever you are doing like negative or page level or locator assertions, by default all assertion include the default timeout, which will be 5 second or 5000 millisecond. But in case user want to set a custom default assertion timeout, user can use set default assertion timeout method, where you can give the timeout what you want to do, and this will be available in playwright assertions class. Okay, so now we'll see the implementation of negative assertion in Playwright. So I have created a new class, Playwright session 31, in the step by step Playwright training tutorials, and these are the step. Nothing to create a browser context and opening a page for the play using Playwright instance. Here we will be opening the browser for the Chrome with the Chrome browser with maximize mode, and execution will be like we're able to see it. It will be headful mode. And now we are navigating to this website like demo.guru99.com test.editor.html. Now we'll see the implementation of negative assertion. So we need to use assert that method. Okay, and we can do it at the page level, and definitely we need to use not. Here we are doing the negative assertions. Now we can check something called has URL, right? We can check something called has URL, so that URL, in case I am giving exactly same, so definitely it will fail it. Okay, after that I can give something to validate that my like something is printed in the console, so I can give something called so then I can give something called negative assertions implemented successfully. Okay, and I can try to close the page as well. After everything is done, in case it is failing, it will stop the execution there, because this is also a hard assertion in Playwright. Now let's try to execute the code and let's see what's happening here. So it will definitely fail the test case because we are giving exactly the same URL, but definitely it will wait for 5 seconds, because that is the default timeout at the page or locator levels, and after that it will fail it, and it will definitely not close the browser as well. After 5 seconds you are able to get it, right? There are, okay, you could see page URL expected not to be, but we are matching with same thing, right? So it is failing, but it is failing after 5000 millisecond. So what we can do, we can try to change it to other, right? 10 second, 15 second, like that. So what we can do, we can call that playwright assertion class dot what is the method we need to call? Set default timeout, right here. And in case I want to give something called 12 second, like this is the thing we need to use it. Now default assertion timeout will be coming from the playwright assertion. So here you could see it will be imported, right? Playwright assertion. It is coming from com.microsoft.playwright assertion.playwright assertion. Now you could see instead of 5 seconds, it will try to wait for 12 seconds, it will throw you the error. So let's close it in case some page open already. Okay, this is the page already open, so I can close it. Now I will try to execute the code again. So I want to just validate that now default timeout thing got changed right after changing our own default assertion timeout from 5 millisecond or 5000 millisecond to 12,000 millisecond or 12 second. So it will be displaying the result after 12 second. It will wait for 12 seconds, it will only throw the error. Okay, so it is waiting for 12 seconds. Okay, now you could able to see the error. Same error, there is no change in the error, expecting like not to be, but it's coming here. Now you could see here, right? It is coming as assertion failed error. It is coming from org.opentest4j, right? In the main, exception in the thread main. And locator expect timeout 12,000 millisecond. Okay, and this is the line number, it is coming the error. Okay, now if we change it to 98 instead of 99, so it will working fine perfectly. Similarly, if we want to do something called has title, right, I can also give it. Okay, so what is the title of the page? Okay, let's see the title here, like radio button and checkbox demo. Instead of ampersand, I can give it and, so it will still work because we are trying to negate the condition, right? Radio button and checkbox demo. So what we can give? Radio button and checkbox demo. Okay, and I can end with the colon. So that is the way our assertion should be passed, and it will also close that page whatever open, and it will be also executing all the line of code here. Okay, so whatever we try to do at the page level, basically checking the URL or checking that thing, it is working fine and it's getting close, and this is the line of code also executed after the assertion. Similarly, if I want to do at the element level, now what we will do, let's try to inspect the element. Suppose say checkbox 1, I want to inspect it. Let's right click and click on the inspect button. So what is the stuff is there? So there is a ID available. Okay, so with the help of this ID value, I can create XPath. Okay, what is the tag name input? So control F / input @ID equal to the value of the ID. Okay, you could see one element is being displayed. So I can try to create a locator here. Okay, so what the locator I will create? Locator checkbox 1 equal to page dot locator, and I can keep the simple XPath or CSS below whatever I created. Now locator got created. Now I need to import that locators from the playwright, right? com.playwright microsoft.playwright. Now it's successfully imported. There is warning because this particular variable or object we did not use somewhere. Now we'll try to use assert dot and not. Now here instead of page we need to give the locator reference because we want to perform that at the locator level. Now if you press dot, you could see here we can check because it is visible. So what I can call is hidden. So definitely it is a positive condition here, right? It will work perfectly fine. It is enabled. So what we can check? We can check whether it's disabled, not disabled. So definitely by default it will be enabled, right? Dot is disabled. So it will still work fine, right? And it is not checked. By after opening it is not checked. So what we can do, because that is the other stuff, right? Directly we cannot check whether it's checked or not, so we can use not simply, and after that if we use is checked, so definitely it will be not checked and assertion will be true here. Dot is checked. Okay, dot is not dot is focused because it's not focused, right? So what we can do, we can use not dot is focused because by default it is not focused, dot, right, is focused. So all the assertion will be coming as a true here. Okay, so there will be no error at all the assertion will be passing here. Now let's try to execute the code and let's see what's happening here. So it will open the page, it will validate all the assertion at the page level, locator level, and it will also close the page successfully, right? And also the line of thing, it is also printing out in the console. All the page, all the code is successfully executed, and all the assertion is getting successfully passed. Now what we can do, so these are the stuff already validated. Apart from that, I can add few more assertion at the negative level. So give it and see what the thing is coming, and what the attribute also available. Dot is or something called has checked, has ID. Okay, and what is the ID available here for this particular checkbox? What is the ID? This is the ID. So I can give something different, right? So because that is the objective, I do not want to check the exact one. Instead of that, I want to check that this is not matching. So that's all, right? Similarly, I can call the other stuff. Okay, then if I give dot has value, right? What is the value available here? Value is checkbox 1. So I can give something called checkbox 2, so it will not match, so it will be perfectly working fine. So what will be giving has value, instead of 1 I can give it 2, so it will be perfectly assertion will pass. Okay, then what are the other stuff is available? Type, right? So this is the attribute, right? There is nothing directly available called type, has type, so I can use something called has attribute method. Okay, where I can give some attribute called type. So it is checkbox type, but if I give something called radio, right, so it will work perfectly fine, because this is not radio, or this is not also text, right? Because in case it is text box, it will be text. So that is the way I can validate that particular element locator is not a radio or text or a button or a link, right? Whatever. Okay, not a text, not a like radio, all this stuff. Okay, so that is the way I can validate it. Apart from that, other couple of stuff is also available. If you want to validate, those are the thing also can be implemented. So simply here you just use it and just press dot. So you could able to see it is also containing some text, in case you are dealing with some text field, right? Or area box, or maybe wherever text available, content text, right? Has text, has attribute, has class also, different, has CSS, has ID, has JS property, right? Okay, has value, whether is attached, right? Is enabled, disabled, is empty, is focused, is hidden, is viewport, in case it's coming within the viewport or not. So that is the way all these come method will be coming visible. So we can try play around, and we can use those all negative assertions for Playwright with Java. Let's try to execute the code and let's see what's happening here now. Because we are using not, so you need to give something which is not matching. You could see perfectly fine. Now here, in case you are giving something exactly, type equal to checkbox, so it will definitely fail, right? But when failure message will be coming, because we want to check for, we already change that default timeout to 12 second, or change it to say 8 second, right? 8 second also. Now it will be coming as 8 second instead of default 5 second. In case you are removing the code, so by default it will wait for 5 second, it will show you the error, but you can customize it, or you can change the default assertion timeout as well based on the requirement. Now this assertion at the element level will fail, and it will show you the error after 8 second, and your remaining line of code will also not be executed, because this particular line number 35 will be getting failed, because type is exactly matching, but you want to check the negative condition, right? Here you could see Locator expected not to have attribute type equal to checkbox, but receive checkbox. Where what time error message is coming? We are waiting for 8,000 millisecond or 8 seconds after that is coming. So this is the way it is also coming, where the problem is coming, and which line number problem is coming also coming. So you can correct it. So that is the way, right? User can deal with the negative assertion in Playwright with Java. So that's all from today's session. Thank you.